Right, we're in Lynn truck stop. We've just filled up truck, trailer with diesel, truck with AdBlue and diesel. So let's have a little drive around the truck stop to show you what Lynn truck stop looks like, and before we head on down the road again to Holyhead. It's a massive place this. We'll have a drive around. Right, hurry up Mr. Menzies. I'm going to try and get round here before someone comes round the bend. And that's one of our guys there, having a break. There's a big truck wash. Right, let's get round here so hopefully not many people can see us with this head mount on. Let's sneak around the bend and let's get around the corner, because it looks a bit, you get some strange looks like the one guy in the Merc there, Mr. HPH. So we've got all the foreign trucks here parked up. Hello brother, you good? That's just one of our guys there. He's finishing. He's just doing a trailer swap here, then he's going back to our yard, so we have a little drive around, and you've got all these loads of nice trucks here normally as well. You can see how low that is there. Right, let's get out of here before we get spotted with this thing on top of my head. Another one of our lads here. And it's absolutely ram-packed here. It's not too bad, to be fair, it's not bad today. But usually at night time, this is really busy. And it is chaotic, and you see some nice wagons parked here as well. Sometimes you got a load of Europeans, English, Irish, V8s. One of our trailers there, free freezy. Alright, okay. And let's go. Right, let's get out of here. Another Scotland or Ireland. Right, let's get out. So this is Lim truck stop, which is very empty today, surprisingly. I was thinking, well, what day is it today? And for a second there, I forgot where I was going. Brain fog and brain freeze. You gotta love it. But yeah, we are going to Holyhead. From here on the way down to Holyhead, and to show you this massive drop. This hill here is quite a big hill, and to show you how this thing with a retarder stops you from getting brake fade. Now for the drivers that know this hill heading towards Holyhead, you'll know the gradient on this hill, dropping down and coming back up the other way from Holyhead back up towards Manchester ways. So I'm going to show you this, and let's see with the hill descent. Let's have a look. Right, the cruise control. Well, I'll leave this on here for now. Let's just concentrate on the road. I'll show you when we get down. I'll just use a retarder. This has got the 5-step retarder, where the 500 had the 2 steps. So basically, if you have us a stock there, so let's imagine the stock, right, the stock here, that's 2. So that's down. So this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this has got a lot more stopping power with the retarder. Let me try if you see. Well, I don't know whether the finger was picked up on here. So in a 500, you've got 2 step. So you got click, click. It's 2 steps, and you have this one, click, 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 click. It's a 5-step retarder. So you'll hear it. You can probably hear it as I'm driving like in it. If I'm hearing the click, 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 it's just me putting on retarder. Now here we go. Now we've got quite a bit of a lateral wind. I'm not sure if it's behind me, but it's laterally here. So let's look at the trees. Right, here we go. Now I'm going to put this on in a minute. We're currently at 90 kilometers an hour, 56. Right, see, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Right, we're at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, we're at the highest level of retardation. Like, well, I can't really use that word. Can you see now? Now we're at 40 tons. And there you go. It's holding it 95, 94. It's slowing me down, in fact. No brakes. Look, my foot's here. No brakes, 93. Now we can do 96, which is 60. So let it roll a bit. 97, 99, 100. Right, let's get back on it again. So 100 kilometers an hour is 62. So look, 98. I'm still not on the brakes. 97. Right, 60 miles an hour. I've used no brakes. No brakes used. Look, retarder back up again. So this is a difference. Let's try it again. All the way down. Use a retardation. Back down to 60. So this is absolutely indispensable when you're going down massive steep gradients. Didn't have to use any brake whatsoever. None, in fact. That was just straight off the engine retarder, and that saves your brakes, save your brake linings, and yeah, it prolongs the life of your brakes, and more so, it prolongs your life. Never mind, prolongs the life of your brakes. It could prolong your life, because if you're going down some steep gradients, like in Europe, there's some really dodgy hills. I can give you an example. If you're dropping down from France down into Spain, if you go down the east coast of Spain, so if you drop down from Perpignan down the A9 towards La Jonquera, and anybody who's been down there knows the drop when you're coming down from France, from Perpignan, when you cross to the border, and that, if you're heavy, if you're dropping down there purely on the brakes and it's hot, which it usually is down in Spain, you could cause yourself a massive problem. Now, I think about 7-8 years ago, I was coming back from Italy, back towards France, and there was a horrendous coach accident where the coach lost its brakes and it smashed into the péage barriers of the bottom, and I can't remember how many people had died. So that just goes to show the importance of a retarder. Now, in America, you got a thing called the Jake brakes. If you ever Google it, now the Jakes, they make an absolute racket. They're so loud. They sound cool, don't get me wrong. When I was over there, now in set states, I was in Maryland, and after, I can't remember what time it was prohibited to use the Jake brakes on the highway near residential, because it was so loud. I'm not even going to try to emulate the sound of a Jake brake, just go on Google and you'll see what you'll hear, I should say, not see. You'll hear what it sounds like, and it does sound pretty sick when you hear them slowing down. You can hear a Jake brake a mile off, a literal mile off. But this is a lot quieter, and due to the size of this engine, it's got a lot of stopping power on this. I never touched the brakes once. So the brakes are there if you do need them, but this, I came down that hill like it was nothing, it just held it. Now, on the 500 with a two-step retarder, wasn't quite as strong. I had to use the brakes on the way down as well to supplement the retarder. But yeah, these V8s, the massive engines, obviously it's the way I can describe it, it's like if you use engine braking in a car or on a motorbike, when you use the gears to slow you down. Now with a retarder, now I'm not a Scania engineer, but it's basically it's like a big engine brake, if that makes sense. So yeah, so this thing is awesome, absolutely indispensable. I wouldn't have a truck without it. If you're going up and down hills with a heavy load, the retarder is your best friend. Right, we've gone through the checking off a weighbridge, and that weighbridge sounded like it was actually going to break on me then. I started just to be a bit careful. I was making loads of crazy noises. So this is the port of Holyhead. I was just looking for my CMR paperwork as I'm dropping the trailer off today, and I've realised I've put my load securing bars inside the trailer and I'm not shipping with it, so what an absolute pain. And I put some load bars on the back where the Susie connections are. Usually when you're doing international loads, or usually from Spain, if you've got fruit and veg, the pallets are very high and they're very heavy, and sometimes the straps are just not suitable enough. So what you do is you put 2 vertical bars and then you put a horizontal going across, so you've got 3 bars for extra security, and if you want, then you can put another strap on it just in case. So yeah, so I put them on and then realised, oh shizer, so the bars are going to go to bloody Ireland, and the odds of me getting them back to put on the back of this thing are null, so I'll have to get some from my yard. What an absolute pain, but it is what it is. Drop the trailer, I'll use a bathroom and I'll go and park up, and then wait till tomorrow and see where that takes us. There's the Stena lines in that. Overman freight, we got the people there as well. Right, let's pull in here and drop this off. here. And they said to drop this near the shower blocks. And when we get on here, sometimes I like to just put the hazards on. Health and safety. Because obviously you've got the shunters knocking about, sometimes you've got the personnel walking around checking the trailers. But if you can't see a big truck, you're in the wrong job, mate. And there's a shunting unit. Now which way is it going? Returning. Okay. Right, that's how do we check. Left is clear. See, we kink the cab. Okay, good to go. And then we go back round again. So you want to always make sure you don't want to just pull out, because there could be someone driving around the corner. There could be a shunter, could be anybody. So if in doubt, take your time, kink the cab around, make sure you can see. Rather be safe than sorry. So this is where we're going to drop it here, next to these, and the shower block is just up where the white cars are up there. So we're going to drop this here, and then I'm going to nip to the bathroom, and then we'll go and park up. And here we don't have to be in the lines, because you see these people here have parked wherever, so we just drop it. I usually use the back of my trail to line it up. Can you see that there in the mirror? So I'm gonna line it up with there, but we'll drop it here, that'll do us. Right, time to put on a high vis here, because they're quite strict once you're out your cab.